Whew, guys, it's been a while since I've been back on the kayak. Out here today at Christmas Bay, fishing in the fall. Fall in Texas is my favorite time to fish. Probably the best time to fish. Because really the weather isn't trying to kill you. It's about mid-70s right now. High of 80 today. It's gonna be gorgeous. Hopefully the fish agree. Let's go see what we catch. Stay tuned to the end. I'll show you the conditions I was fishing under today, where I was fishing, where I launched, and if I catch any fish, I'll show you where I caught them. All right, guys. So the wind's pushing and the tide's outgoing. So right around this corner is a perfect ambush spot. Probably too late in the game, but I'm gonna try to switch up to my paddle tail real quick. Switch to my paddle tail because I actually want to kind of bounce it across the bottom here. Snagged. Was that a fish? I think it's a fish. Yes, flounder. I don't think he's got too much of it. Doesn't really know he's hooked yet either. It's a small guy. Oh, I love when a plan comes together, man. Oh, buddy. Come on, bro, Tato. Nice. Flounder gamer. New law is 15. He is 14 3/4, bro. All right. Thanks, buddy. That was awesome. Man, I just knew there was a flounder there. That was the flounderest looking flounder spot ever. There's a popping cork over there. I think that's a popping cork. Let's go see if we can catch that. No, that's not a popping cork. Looks like a stringer. Is it my stringer? It's my stringer. What an idiot. What a moron. Alright, let's get this guy. I just had him right in here, but in the excitement, I must have dumped it overboard. Well, I am a winner. Fish on again. What is this? We got a little speckler. He inhaled that thing and he was running towards me. I could barely tell he was on. Alright, little fella. You're alright, dude. Yeah, alright, buddy. Good job. Alright. That guy was really small. About 10 inches maybe. Tops. I don't know if I know how to fish anymore. It's 2 fish that I didn't even know I had hooked. There he is, fish on. Nice trout. Woo-wee. That is exactly what we're looking for, boys. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice fish. Woo, get in that, dude. Woo! It's a feisty boy. Come on over here, dude. Nice fish. Beautiful. Look at that guy. I'm pretty sure he's going to keep. $17 on the dot. So I don't normally keep fish, but today we're making an exception because I haven't had fish all summer. So what a beauty. And I don't keep speckled trout above 20 because they're mostly females and I want them to obviously make more speckled trout. So 17 is pretty much my smallest one I'll keep. So I think anything smaller than that doesn't really have. All right, I've completely screwed this up. A day of all things stringer problems, man. Really? Like stringer problems? Hey, and I'm moving up in the world because I actually knew when I hooked that one. Fish on. Another trout. Right along the edge of that break. Whew, not as big as the other guy, I don't think. Let's see, let's bring him over here. Oh, he's the littler guy. Got a fish. Oh, maybe not. Oh, and he's off. Dang it. Got a little too excited there, didn't it? There's a redfish right there. Saw his tail come out of the water. Again, I'm leaving fish to go chase fish, which is probably not a smart move, but got him. Fish on. Yes. All right. I guess it was a smart move. Let's see what we got. He's running towards me. I think he's another trout, actually. Let's see if I can not gank him around. What is that? A little redfish. All right. Come on, buddy. Relax. Whew. Pretty little guy. I don't think he's the one I saw. Where's your mama, boy? Had a great day at Christmas Bay today. Caught one keeper. Had a ton of fun. One thing is, as soon as the tide stopped moving, that place just went completely dead. So let's take a look at the tide chart here real quick. Started fishing about 8. I didn't really get to the spot that the fish were really packed in until around 9, and then I had a pretty short window of about an hour and a half, 2 hours before the tide turned, and the fishing was done at that point. So this spot, like most spots, are very dependent on tide and water movement. The tide was going to start coming back in, but by that point it was 2. I needed to pack up and get home. So let's take a look at the launch here real quick. I'll leave a link in the description below where exactly this launch is. It has a boat ramp, which I launched from because it was Wednesday. It wasn't busy at all. There was nobody there launching when I got there. But also, I just want to point out to this little beach area on the other side. You can launch a kayak from there, no problem. It's a little shallow getting out, but again, it's easy to launch from. There's a guy fishing there when I was launching, so I just used the boat ramp. So I made my way out. The wind was blowing pretty much out of the west-northwest, more west than north. So I just took my sweet time, kind of went out into the middle of the bay, drifted back into this grass line, and this is the spot I caught the first
flounder at right along this point. And again, the water is moving out, so it's really kind of pushing around this point, which makes it a perfect ambush spot for flounder. Had a good feeling there was one there, and there was one there. Just he was a little bit too short. Now the length is 15 inches. Probably wouldn't have kept him anyways at 14 and a half. That's not a ton of meat for anybody. So then I made my way inside this cove here, and I caught my first dink speckled trout. He was really small, maybe 10, 12 inches or so. But there's a lot of bait activity on the leeward shore of this cove here. And again, the water is pushing through here with the wind, and so it's really stacking up bait against this shoreline over here. And that's where the fish like to congregate, right? I fished on the other shoreline because it was nice and calm, and the mullet were just hanging out, not doing anything. On the other side, they were getting pushed up into the grass, and the fish were really actively feeding on them. I then made my way down to the spot where I saw the most activity. These two kind of channels, cuts, drains, if you will. The water was flowing out of them and across the main bayou. This is Chamberlain Bayou, actually, that I'm fishing. And it caused the water to stack up because the two currents merge, and there was a ton of fish there. I caught most of my fish here, the redfish, the speckled trout, and you could really tell there's a lot of fish there. Lots of blowups, lots of bait, all kinds of stuff going on there. So after I caught that redfish, I moved my way down Chamberlain Bayou until it intersected with Cold Pass. There was some fish activity here that I saw, but it was really at the tail end of the outgoing tide. And as soon as that tide switched, I think maybe it was just in the slack even, you could just tell there was nothing going on. No bait was popping, no fish were popping up or anything. So again, I think if I would have waited until the tide started to really swing back in, it would have been some good fishing there, but I ran out of time, had to head home. So the really key part of this tide today was the pretty short interval. You can see on this chart here that it starts around 8, works its way out, and it's all the way out by about noon. It's about a 6-inch drop. So for us on the Texas coast, that's a pretty fast tide swing. 6 inches of water is a lot of water movement for us, and you could really tell with the current flowing there, and that's really what made this day. But hey guys, I hope you like that. I'm going to do an in-depth breakdown of this spot coming up really soon. So hit that subscribe button and watch these videos. Tight lines, everybody.